Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. The three-time National League champion and two-time defending World Series champion San Francisco Giants have been tested before. They've won multiple Game 7s in their climb to team-to-beat status in the Franchise Stars Baseball League, so they know the terrain as they head into Chicago with the series tied heading into a pivotal Game 3. The Cubs are making their first foray into the FSBL postseason waters. Everything that happens is new to the Cubbies, and that can be a curse, but also a blessing. Win, said centerfielder Bill Lange. No matter the situation, that's the goal. Sometimes it's that simple, but winning is something that in the playoffs, nobody has done more than the Giants over the first 3 years of the FSBL. It helps that we've been tested over the years, Giants slugger Mel Ott said. We know we can dig deep in any situation. The situation is Game 3, and it's up next from Wrigley. Teams have split the first two. It is a cloudy day here at Wrigley, but no rain in the forecast. The Giants will start off. They will face Bill Lange to take the mound as the Cubs look to break through a pivotal Game 3 here and take control in this best-of-5 series. Nathaniel, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Bill Lange, 12-11, a 3.24. Earned run average during the season, a very solid 1.16 whip. Again, the Cubs' somewhat erratic offense, part of that record. Lange will face Benny Koff. Koff 1 for 8 in the first two games this series, but he had the big grand slam in Game 2, and he drives this one deep to right. Nicholson's going back on it. It's off the ivy against the wall in right. Koff runs well. He'll pull into second with a stand-up double, and the Giants strike immediately. Double for Benny Koff on the first pitch Bill Lange throws here in Game 3. That did not miss leaving the yard by much. Here's Freddie Lindstrom. Lindstrom 1 for 7. That's ball, misses down low. It's 1-0. Hands greeted rudely by Benny Koff. We'll try to work around that here in the first. Two-seamer rides inside on Lindstrom, and the count goes to 2-0. Out at Wrigley pumped, the first playoff game here at Wrigley in the FSBL. Ground ball to second. Baez ranges to his right. He'll make the play. Koff moves up to third. Lindstrom is retired for the first out of the inning. Your Giants lineup: Koff, Lindstrom, and Mays. Connor, Ott, and McCovey. Posey, Thompson, and Bartell. It's part of the order of Mays, Connor, and Ott, about as devastating as it gets. Here is Willie Mays. Mays is 2 for 7 in the series. Breaking ball from his hands. Misses a touch low. And Mays will be the presumptive National League most valuable player here in year 3. Hands delivers. Curveball inside. Mays kind of jammed it. Mays was fooled badly by that pitch. Pops it up, Dallin snares it, and a huge out for Bill Lange. So that'll bring up Roger Connor. Connor is 1 for 6. No homers and an RBI. Connor will try to pick up Mays here. Fastball misses down low. This would be huge for Hands to get out of this. Benny Koff doubled on the first pitch of the ball game. Fastball off the plate. It's 2-0. Hands trying to get out of the jam. Mel Ott looms on deck. Hands deals. Fastball in for a called strike. It's 2-1. Breaking ball from Hands. Misses down low. It's 3-1. There you see Ott swinging in the on-deck circle. Hands looks in. Deals. Breaking ball. He locks up Connor, and the count goes full. So Bill Hands trying to get through the jam. The crowd on its collective feet here at Wrigley. 3-2 pitch. Sky to left. Ranging over. Andy Pafko is underneath it. Puts it away. And Hands gets out of the jam. And the Giants are turned aside. Mays and Connor leave the runner stranded at third. We head to the bottom of the first. Game 3 of the NLDS. Giants nothing. Cubs coming up. On the hill for San Francisco, Rue Marquardt, 8-10, a 3.52 ERA. But Marquardt has been a sensational postseason performer for these Giants. Here's Bill Lange. Lange 5 for 9 in the series, a homer and 3 RBIs. It's incredible to say, given that the Giants won 100 games on the season, but they actually took a step backwards this year, and a big part of that is that the rotation was not as good as it has been previously. Of the 5 main starters for the Giants, Rue Marquardt is the only one whose ERA improved year over year from a year ago. 1-1 curveball in for a called strike, and the count goes to 1-2. Posey wants this pitch up. Marquardt goes up, and Lange drives it high and deep to left, but it'll stay in the yard. Koff is underneath it in the gap for out number 1.
Batting second.
Cubs lineup: Lange, Cavaretta, and Santo. Nicholson, Hack, and Pafko. Dahlin, Hartnett, and Baez. Cubs hitting .257 over the first 2 games. That is what is known as a small sample size. Here's Phil Cavaretta. Cavaretta's 2 for 9. Fastball from Marquardt misses up high. Rube rocks and fires. Fastball misses down low. It's 2-0. That fastball is a called strike. 2-1 the count. Fastball on the black on the outside edge. Great pitch from Marquardt, and the count goes to 2-2. Rube rocks and fires. Cavaretta fouls it off. Two and 2 the pitch. Marquardt misses up and in. Count goes full. Ron Santo waits on deck for Chicago. Crowd on its feet here, hoping for a walk or a hit from Phil. They get the walk. Breaking ball from Marquardt misses down low, and the Cubs have a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the first for Santo. Santo 4 for 8 in the series. He's swinging a good stick at the moment. Ground ball to short, and as we say that, he promptly bounces into a routine 6-4-3 double play, and the side is retired as I realize I once again forgot to reset McCovey's number to the 44. Oh well, crap happens. What happened there is a double play. We're through the first. Giants and Cubs scoreless in Game 3. Here's Mel Ott. Ott 1 for 6 in the series. That one hit, a homer, counting for the Giants' only run of Game 1. Giants lost the opener in the series 6-1. Fergie Jenkins was brilliant for Chicago. Giants bounced back on the strength of a Benny Koff grand slam. to take game 2, 9-2. Fastball to Ott misses away. It's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hands gets the sign from Hartnett and delivers. Shot down to third, one hopper. Santo picks it cleanly, throws the first, and there's one away. So Ott smacked that one down to third. Santo handled it with a plum. And here's Willie McCovey. McCovey batting .500 through the first 2 games of the series with a homer. He went deep in game 2. Takes a slider for a called strike from Bill Hands. Hands allowed a double to Benny Koff on the first pitch of this ball game. Koff moved to third on the Freddie Lindstrom ground out. But Hands got Mays to pop up. Connor to ground out. Connor flew out to left to retire the side. Ground out there to Baez from McCovey, and there's 2 away. Here's Buster Posey. Posey 2 for 7 in the series. Hands delivers. Fastball misses down low. One 0 pitch. Fastball misses low again. 2-0 to count.
2-0 to count.
Shot out in the center. That's going to be a base hit for Posey. Lange gets over. Plays it on the second hop. But it's a 2-out single for Buster Posey for the Giants here in inning number 2. So that'll bring up Robbie Thompson. Thompson 1 for 7 in the series. Fastball misses down and in. Again, a stunningly down season for Jeff Kent. Resulted in him being left off the postseason roster. Nice play by Dowling on a one-hopper in the hole. Throws to second for the force, and the side is retired. We'll head to the bottom of the second at Wrigley. Game 3 of the National League Division Series is scoreless. Here's Bill Nicholson. Nicholson is 1 for 8 in the series. That one hit for the rookie. A long home run in game 1. Nicholson 40 home runs during the regular season, providing some long missing thump to this Cubs lineup. Oh, I apologize. Nicholson's homer was actually in game 2. Sorry about that. I thought it was game 1. Fastball swung on and missed, and Marquardt is ahead of Nicholson here 0-2. The pitch. Nicholson lines it to short, snared by Bartell for out number 1. Nice play there by Dick Bartell, ranged into his left. So Nicholson is set aside. That will bring up Stan Hack, the designated hitter. Hack 2 for 9 in the series with a homer. Marquardt delivers. Curveball misses down low. Stan Hack, an even 300 hitter for his career through the first 4 years of the FSBL. Fastball from Marquardt misses outside. It's 2-0. Marquardt deals again. Hack fouls it off. Marquardt rocks and fires. In for a called strike, it's 2-2. Nathaniel says it'd be nice to see a Giants-Yankees World Series like in the 60s. Well, I mean, you know, the Giants, it's hard to bet against the Giants. They're the only National League pennant winner of the first 3 years. Hack drops this one out in the left. That's going to be a base hit. Good at bat for Stan Hack, who drops a 1-out single into left field. And now the Cubs have a runner. Here's Andy Pafko, another rookie. Pafko looking for his first hit of the season. And as for the Yankees, I mean, the Twins, won game 2. So that series is tied as it heads to Minnesota. And the Yankees are the better team, but the Twins are the hotter team. So that will be interesting to see how that plays out. Ground ball, the short runner was going. Only play will be the first. Nice play by Bartell. No, he pulls him off the bag. So Bartell has to charge, play that ball on the run, and his throw to first pulls McCovey off the bag, and everybody's safe. So the Cubs now have first and second here in the bottom of the second. Bartell kind of slung that one. And the throw, after the nice glove work, pulls McCovey off the bag. 1 out, first and second. Here's bad Bill Lange. Allen 2 for 7 in the series. Fastball from Marquard. This is down low. So you've got potential for a Yankees-Red Sox ALCS. But, all 3 of the 4 series are 1-1 after 2. Only one up 2-0. The Dodgers looking to upset the Phillies for the second straight year. Marquard pitch, swung on and missed. Dallin chases one out of the zone. 1-1 the count. Marquard delivers. The runners go. Double steal. Throw down to third. Not in time. So the Cubs trying to force the issue here against the Giants. Double steal, second and third, led by Hack. 1 out, 1-2 the count to Dallin, and now this becomes a big pitch here from Rube Marquard. Dallin fouls it off. Javi Baez. Actually, I think Gabby Hartman is on deck. Hartman's hitting H. Baez is nice. Breaking ball, ground ball to first. McCovey's going to take it himself. The run is going to score a productive ground out for Bill Lange. And the Cubs have taken a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. I'm so mad at myself, I forgot to pick McCovey's uniform number there. Oh well. So here's Hartnett. Hartnett 2 for 7 in the series. Runner on third. Marquard's going to try to limit the damage here. Miserable regular season for Gabby Hartnett. But he got hot in September. He comes through here with a base hit in the right. Another run scores, and the Cubs have a 2-0 lead here in Game 3. So Gabby Hartnett, if you remember, hit 3 homers in the clincher. The Cubs clinched the NL Central, the division nobody wanted. Remember, the Cubs were only 82-80. That was enough to win the Central this year, which was staggering, frankly. Cardinals got hot, but waited too long to get hot. Pirates were too erratic. The Brewers fell off, as did the Reds. Now that the Cubs are here, they're trying to make sure they stay a while. Baez fouls it off. Now goes to 0-2. A great playoff season so far. I appreciate that, Nathaniel. Yeah, I continue to be fortunate. This project has really played out better than I ever could have mapped it out. Fastball misses inside. It's 2-2. What a story this would be. The Cubs ended up being the team to take down the Giants after 3 years of San Francisco, winning the National League pennant. Fastball in there, a called strike 3. So Marquard locks up Baez to finish off the inning, but not before the Cubs strike for a pair. We head to the top of the third. So here's Dick Bartell. Slider from Bill Lange misses outside. Up and in, Dallin, he gets there, puts it off. A part-time player during the regular season. He was also hurt for a while. That let rookie Ross Youngs get some experience in his first season. Youngs produced well as well. Not a real soft underbelly to this Giants lineup at any point. Fastball misses outside. 1-2 the count. Fastball from Hands, tails outside. It's 2-2. Hands delivers. Fastball fouled off. Hands delivers. Ball fouled off again. Hands trying to move the ball around the zone a bit. See what he dials up on 2-2. Curveball, Koff gets out in front of it, pulls it down. Hands rocks and fires. Fastball misses inside. 3-2 the count. Freddie Lindstrom waits on deck. Where's the 50 people at? That was wild, man. That was wild. I still don't know. Well, we'll get back to that. What we do know right now is that Benny Koff just jacked his second homer of the series deep into the seats in right center field. And Benny Koff goes yard, and the Giants are on the board. It's now a 2-1 ball game. A no-doubter into the seats. Out in right center field. See if that ball gets thrown back. 2-1 ball game. Here's Lindstrom. Lindstrom is 0 for 1. But yeah, Nathaniel, that game the other night, 63 people watching at one point. That was, I don't know what caused that. I don't know what, the keywords and stuff like that, the tags are the same as in all my other streams, but that one just kind of blew up, which was very cool. But I'm not betting on that being a frequent occurrence. Fly ball to right. Nicholson puts it away for the second out.
The center fielder, number 24.
Always I remain appreciative of whatever time whoever tuned in gives me. Here's Willie Mays. Mays is 0 for 1. He popped up in that first inning, left Koff stranded on third. Mays drives this one. He hits this ball hard. Deep out to right center field, going back on it. It's off the top of the ivy. Mays misses a home run by maybe 2 feet, but he pulls in at second with a 2-out double. And the Giants getting to fill hands here a bit in this third inning. That ball did not miss going into that cage by much. And Hands getting way too much plate against this Giants lineup at the moment. Here's Roger Connor, hoping to come through with a big 2-out hit. Fouls it off. Connor, the National League RBI leader, he tied Willie Mays with the lead for home runs. Again, if you are new to tuning into this project and you're someone who's not familiar with Roger Connor, Roger Connor was baseball's home run king before Babe Ruth. He goes back a long way. He was the best power hitter of that era. Popped up and foul ground. Santo puts the squeeze on it, and the side is retired. But Benny Koff goes yard for the Giants to get them on the board. We head to the bottom of the third. Cubs 2, Giants 1. Game 3 of the National League Division Series. If this game's going to go back and forth, it might. It certainly might. Here's Bill Lange to open up the third against Marquardt. Curveball down in the dirt. That's okay, Nathaniel. I'm off the clock. I'm not editing now. 1-0 the count. Mark hard, rocks, and fires. Fastball misses away. 2-0 pitch. Curveball misses down low. So the speedy Bill Lange ahead in the count, 3-0. Here in the bottom of the third. Fastball down low, misses for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to open up the bottom of the third inning. Bill Lange, a speedster on first. Here's Cavaretta. Cavaretta walked his first time up. Runner goes. Foul. Lange certainly a threat to run. Fastball in for a call strike. 0-2 the count. Card has a little wiggle room to play here now. Down low, Cavaretta smashes it down to first on the line. McCovey snares it and tags him. Oh, what a play by McCovey. How do you not give me a replay of that? Fortunately, I can do it myself. Bad job by the production crew. At first, I thought this was a one-hopper. But McCovey snares it on the line. Cavaretta yanks it down to first. McCovey, snares it, and Lange, who jumped off, and McCovey gets him before he gets the hand back. What a play by Stretch McCovey down at first. A huge double play there. 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Here's Ron Santo. Cavaretta scalded that ball. That gets by. If that gets by McCovey, that's probably going down into the corner for an RBI double. Instead, McCovey turns it into 2 outs. Santo yanks that curveball foul. Count is 1-1. Santo down the third base line. That's a fair ball. Heading down into the corner. Koff gets over there. Quickly, Santo wisely will hold at first with a single. Lindstrom dove, couldn't come up with it. But Koff got over there very quickly, playing Santo to pull. So now Santo's on first, 2 away. Here's Nicholson. Nicholson's 0 for 1. Change up, misses down in it. Nicholson now 1 for 9 in the series. Hale says, I love defensive plays. Me too. Me too. I love when what a big focus for me when I was doing the ratings for this game was I really wanted the very good defensive players to feel like they were really good defensive players. I wanted you to be able. So many times I feel like defense gets ignored in a lot of sports games, and you don't really feel a lot of differentiation between players defensively. And I really focused on trying to make that a thing. Ground ball to second. Thompson flips to Bartell for the force at second. And the side is retired. So the big McCovey double play keeps us where we stand. We're a third of the way through. Game 3. 2-1 Cubs. Here's Mel Ott. Ott grounded out his first time up.
Number 4.
Looked in. Fastball is a called strike. Fly ball to center. This ball's hit pretty well. But Lange has it lined up a step in front of the track. Puts it away for out number 1. Now ask, do you create your own game sliders? Yes, absolutely. I always tweak the sliders a bit. Here's McCovey. McCovey grounded out his first time up. Curveball. This is outside. count. Fastball is a called strike. Cubby fouls that one off, and it's 1-2. Delivers. Cubby smashes this one deep to right field down the line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it's out of here. Home run, Willie McCovey, and the Giants tie the ball game. So McCovey, a huge defensive play in the bottom of the third, and now he's gone yard in the top of the fourth. Giants tie it up at 2. So Stretch McCovey crushes this one down the right field line. It was just a matter of whether it would stay fair. But it does. And the Giants have knotted the ball game. Here's Posey. He's 1 for 1. Fastball in for a called strike. Posey singled back in the second. One pitch from Hands. Posey skies it. Coming on is Lange. He's there. Puts it away for the second out. And keeping this Giants lineup down is so difficult. Just threats up and down the order. Here's Robbie Thompson. Thompson's 0 for 1. He grounded out. Again, we're saying before about Jeff Kent, who's been such a force for the Giants through the first 3 years of the FSBL, but Kent just a miserable year 4. Could never get on track, started off slow, then got injured, came back, still wasn't performing. They sent him down to the minors. They brought him back up in September to see if he could find his usual form. He didn't, and the Giants ended up leaving Kent off the postseason roster. Thompson grounds it to second. Baez on the backhand knocks it down, can't make the play, and it's going to be a hit for Robbie Thompson. Not an easy play, but a play you got to think Javi Baez should be making there. Comes up empty on it. They give Robbie Thompson an infield single. Throw was wide, pulled Cavaretta off the bag anyway. Now here's Dick Bartell. Bartell is 0 for 1. High fly ball out to right center. Nicholson ranging over to the gap, puts it away. And the side is retired, but Willie McCovey goes deep. And the Giants tie the ball game. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Game 3 of the National League Division Series. Giants 2, Cubs 2. So here's Stan Hack. Hack singled and scored his first time up. Drew Marquardt takes the hill to open up the bottom of the fourth. First pitch swinging, skies this one to center. Mays drifting over. That's a routine play for the Say Hey kid, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 52.
So Hands likes that one pitch, one out. Marquardt likes that one pitch, one out deal. Here's Andy Pafko. Pafko reached on an error his first time up. Curveball misses outside. 1-0 the count. Marquardt deals. Pafko pulls it hard but foul. Dwayne March joins us. How are you, Dwayne? Good evening, my friend. I hope you are well. Let's check out Dwayne's terrific channel. Curveball there, down low. Pafko fouls it off. One-two offering. Fly ball to right. Hot will seed ground to Mays. Puts it away for the second out.
Now batting, number 54.
So that'll bring up bad Bill Dowling. Dowling grounded out his first time up, but that ground out brought in a run. Line shot to second, right at Thompson. Plays it on the short hop. Throws to first. And the side is retired. So, good job by Marquardt. He gets them in order. We head to the top of the fifth. Giants 2, Cubs 2. Game 3 of the National League Division Series. So, Bill Lange will start the top of the fifth. Lange has lived a little bit dangerously, but nothing has really imploded on him. The Giants certainly seem to be getting better cuts on him as this game moves forward. Here's Benny Koff. Koff doubled on the first pitch of the ball game and then homered his last time up. Ground ball down to first, picked by Cavaretta. Nice play, low throw to Hands, but he gets it and gets to the bag for out number 1. I wish they'd fix that animation. They may have. Again, this is 3-year-old. This is the show 22 as Freddie Lindstrom steps in. But that throw to first generally should lead the pitcher rather than throwing it right at the pitcher when he's nowhere near the bag. That's a common enough play in baseball that I feel like that animation should be done a bit more accurately than it is. Ground ball by Lindstrom to second. Baez has it, throws to first, and there's 2 away. So that'll bring up Mays with the bases empty. Mays missed a home run by about 2 feet his last time. Clanged the double off the bottom of the hanging basket. Top the ivy in right center. Good slider there from Hands for strike 1. Slider to Mays, misses inside. 1-1 the count. Good slider there. He fooled Mays badly. Mays now behind 1-2. Hands looks in. Barkett sets up away again. They go away. This time Mays hammers it on the ground, but right to Dallin, who fires low to first. Cavaretta digs it out of the dirt. And the side is retired. So good job there by Bill Lange. We've reached the midway point of Game 3 here at Wrigley. Giants 2, Cubs 2. Hartnett, Baez, and Lange due up for Chicago. So here's Hartnett. He's singled and drove in a run his first time up.
The catcher, Gabby Hartnett.
Oh, you think they did change that? All right, good. Good. I'm glad. Again, for a game that gets so much right, that animation is just one that, come on, we can do better than that. Oh, and 1 the count as Marquardt works to Hartnett. Sinker misses off the plate. It's 1-1. Game 3 of a best-of-5 series. Change up, misses off the plate. It's 2-1. Our deals. Fly ball out to left. Koff playing him very deep, but lots of hang time. Underneath it, puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman.
So here's Javi Baez. Baez still looking for his first hit of the series. Struck out his first time up. Cubs are also carrying Darwin Barney on the postseason roster. Barney, a very good glove, but a non-existent entity at the stick. 0-1 pitch from Marquardt. Baez high fly ball to left. Koff comes on. Puts the second one away for 2 outs.
Now batting, number 0.
Easy shallow fly. Baez just not getting good cuts on the ball. Order turns over. Here's Bill Lange. He's 0 for 1. He also walked. Fastball on the inside corner. Fastball there shatters the bat. Kindling goes flying everywhere. The dribbles foul up the first base line. Lange gets a new set of lumber. He gets back in the box. 0-2 the count. This one's popped up, foul ground. McCovey will give a look as it heads into the seats. Mark hard. Fastball misses down and away. One and two the count. Mark hard deals. Both foul. Marquardt trying to set down the side here in the bottom of the fifth. Fastball on the inside corner. He gets him. Great pitch from Marquardt. Absolutely nothing Lange could do about that. We will head to the top of the sixth here at Wrigley. Still 2-2. Cubs and Giants. So here's Roger Connor. Connor is 0 for 2. He has flown out and popped out. Only batting 125 in the series. Connor shoots it the other way, but it's got hang time. Pack goes underneath it for out number one. Pretty effort here from Bill Lange. Giving up a pair of solo homers, but not much else. Here's Mel Ott. Ott is 0 for 2. He has flown out and grounded out. Fly ball, left center. Lange moves over, two-handed grab, puts the squeeze on it, and there's two away.
The batter, number 45.
So that'll bring up McCovey. Back in the fourth inning, McCovey went yard down the right field line. Hartnett sets up away. But the pitch goes over the middle, and McCovey yanks it hard but foul. McCovey is now homered in back-to-back games, as has Benny Cox. Break the ball, misses outside. McCovey fouls another one. 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses up high. 2-2 the count. Hartnett sets up inside. Fastball just misses and the count goes full. Buster Posey swings the bat in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses up high for ball 4. So McCovey draws a 2-out walk. And that will bring up Buster Posey. Posey is 1 for 2. The pitch. Posey ground ball to second right at Baez. Flips to Dowen and the side is retired. So good work from Bill Lange, holding this Giants lineup 2 runs over 6, and his pitch count is economical. So we'll see how the Cubs navigate it from here. But first, the Cubs will step in against Rube Marquardt, tie ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Cavaretta is 0 for 1. He's also walked. Rube Marquardt has been solid as expected. Fastball misses up high. Aaron Reed, how are you, sir? Good to see you, Aaron. I hope you are well. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-0. 2-0 the count. Marquardt delivers. Fastball misses inside. 3-0 the count. Fastball misses up high. So Cavaretta draws his second walk of the ball game. It's of the leadoff variety here in the bottom of the sixth. And that will bring up Ron Santo. Santo 1 for 2 on the day, 5 for 10 in the series. Clark, the Cubs, trying to get the crowd pumped up here and exhort the Cubs to grab a lead here in the bottom of the sixth. Marquardt delivers. Curveball misses down and in. And a best of 7 series is different. A best of 5. Taking a 2-1 lead here today would be a huge swing for either team. Cubs took game 1. Giants took game 2. Down in the dirt. It gets past Posey, and the runner's going to move up. In the dirt through the wickets. A wild pitch on Rube Marquardt. Count is 3-0 to Santo. Bill Nicholson waits on deck for the Cubs. Marquardt takes the peak. Breaking ball, Santo. Starts to swing, holds up, but it's a called strike. Marquardt deals. Fastball is a called strike, and now the count is full. Marquardt looks in. 2-2 pitch. Santo ground ball to third. Lindstrom has it. Throws over to first for out number 1. Runner holds in second.
The batter, number 43.
So that'll bring up Nicholson. Don't think you're walking him here, though. And I don't control stuff until the 7th or later anyway, but I agree with you. You got to go after him. You can pitch him carefully, but you got to go after him. And Nicholson, lots of thunder. Did not hit for a good average, though. He only hit it at 232. Curveball misses away. It's 1-1. Nicholson is 0 for 2 on the day. Marquardt delivers. This is inside. 2-1 pitch. Locks him up. Fastball at the knees. Good pitch from Marquardt, and the count goes to 2-2. Marquardt from the set. Here's the pitch. Wilson fouls it off. Marquardt will try to come up with a put-away pitch here. Pitch number 80 from Rube Marquardt. Fastball misses off the inside corner. Full count. Stan Hack waits on deck. Marquardt deals. Nicholson pulls it foul. Now it stays full. Where else would it go? 3-2 pitch. Nicholson fouls off another. Great battle here between Marquardt and Nicholson. Lead run is in scoring position here in the bottom of the sixth. Marquardt delivers. Fastball up and in. Nicholson gets a piece. What a battle here between Rube Marquardt and Bill Nicholson. Marquardt deals. Misses down and in for ball 4. What an at-bat from Bill Nicholson. They didn't give me the pitch count. I believe it was 11. An 11-pitch walk. First and second, one out. Here is the always dangerous Stan Hack. Matt Messer, how are you, buddy? It's been a minute. Good to see you. I appreciate that, pal. I hope you're doing well. Breaking ball from Marquardt. Chop to third. Lindstrom plays it. His only play will be to first. And he gets him, but the runners move up to second and third. So Hack chops one. And now, Drew Marquardt will deal with the rookie Andy Pafko. Pafko is 0 for 2. He is flown out. He also reached on the error by Dick Bartell his first time up, and they're going to walk Pafko here. They're going to load the bases. Put Pafko on, create the force at any base situation. Now Marquardt will try to deal with Bill Dallin. Dallin is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Has an RBI. Marquardt delivers. Fastball misses down and away. Bullpen action for San Francisco. Ace Adams, the right-hander. Gary Lavelle, the lefty. Giants bullpen has not been great this season. The Giants' success this season was all about the offense. Dallin pulls that one foul. One and one to count. Marquardt breathes deep and delivers. Dallin rips it in the center. That's a base hit. That's going to score two. Throw home from Mays. Mays throws a strike, but Nicholson gets in behind the tag from Posey. It's a huge two-run single for bad Bill Dallin. And the Cubs have taken a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the sixth inning of Game 3. And that's going to be it for Rube Marquardt. Huge hit for Bill Dallin. The intentional walk to load the bases is the right call there. No blaming the manager for that. That's the right decision. So now, here's Ace Adams. Adams threw two scoreless. And that was in Game 1. Now Adams will come on and try to keep this a two-run ball game. Here's Gabby Hartnett. Hartnett is 1 for 2. There are 2 outs, but there are 2 on. Fastball misses away for ball 1. 22 watching. Love that. Hugely appreciated, guys. Hang that like button if you haven't as of yet. YouTube loves that shit. And subscribe if you haven't either. Hartnett fouls off the high fastball. It's 1-1. Fly ball to center. Mays coming on. He was playing deep, but he gets there, puts it away. And the side is retired. But Bill Dallin's two-run single breaks the tie. We head to the top of the 7th here at Wrigley. Game 3 of the NLDS, year 4 of the FSBL. Cubs lead it 4-2. So here's Bill Hands. So now that it's the 7th, again, if you follow along, you know. I start getting involved in bullpen. All right, so they have a bullpen. They have Elston and French going. That's what we wanted to see. Giants still have Lavelle. I feel like you may as well have a right-hander up throwing as well. Excuse me. This Giants bullpen did really not have a great year. We got Sergio Romo starting throwing too. Make sure both teams have bullpen action in place. Thompson 1 for 2 starts off the top of the 7th. Slaps one down to first. Cavaretta takes it to the bag himself, and there's one away. Again, Hands has given up 2 solo homers, but other than that, there has not been much hard contact. Really, other than the Mays double. I think if you're the Giants, I know it's only the 7th. I think you got to start at least thinking about pinch hitting. You can pinch hit Youngs here. I think that's the plan. Alvin Dark will come in and play short for Bartell after this. You got to try to get something going here. So the rookie, Ross Young, will come on to pinch hit. Young's on the year, 273, 15 homers, 41 RBIs. Young's first pitch swinging. Skies at the center. Lange is underneath it, and there's 2 away. The Giants have been very aggressive going after Bill Hands here, and it is not serving them well.
Number 9.
69 pitches for Hands with 2 outs in the 7th. Order turns over. Here's Benny Goff. Goff is 2 for 3. He's got a double and a solo homer. First pitch curveball misses down and away. The closer, Lee Smith, is already up and throwing for the Cubs. Very interesting there. Harry French, the lefty, also throwing. 1-0. Fastball at the knees. It's 1-1. You're the Cubs. You're not going to mess around with this game. Ball misses down low. It's 2-1. Pulls that one, and the count goes to 2-2. Hands rocks and delivers. Breaking ball caught. Pops it up to short. Dowlin's underneath it, and a 1-2-3 inning for Bill Hands. Down go the Giants. We head to the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch. Sing along if you like. It's 4-2 Cubs. So Alvin Dark will come in to play short for the Giants. Ace Adams needs only 3 pitches to get finished with the 6, so he'll stay in to face Javi Baez. Baez is 0 for 2.
The second baseman, Javier.
Fastball misses away. Delivers. Ground ball the 3rd. Lindstrom plays it. Throws over to first. There's 1 away.
Now batting, number 0.
So that'll roll the order over. Here's Bill Lange. Lange is 0 for 2. Also walked back in the 3rd. Daniel might have got baseball for Windows. Bringing it way back. I had baseball for Windows on old computer back in the 90s. Dating myself a bit. That's a 0-1 to count. Adams delivers. Fly ball out to right center. That might split the defense. That's deep. That's going off to the wall. Mays digs it out of the ivy. Lange around second. He's going for 3rd. Good relay, but it's not in time. It's a 1-out triple for Bill Lange. And the Cubs continue to produce. Slicing shot into the gap. No way Mays or Ott could get there. Lange doesn't pull up. And Bill Lange slides headfirst in the 3rd with a 1-out triple. Here's Phil Cavaretta. Fastball swung on and missed. That said, I don't think that Cavaretta, I know Santo is up next, but you got 2 of the next 3 guys are lefty. We're going to kind of do a little willing suspension of disbelief there and say that pitch was thrown by Gary Lavelle, because I think Lavelle should have been running.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So Gary Lavelle facing Cavaretta. He threw 2/3 in his first outing of the series. Now Lavelle will come on. Let's see who else is there in that bullpen. Cosmo throws, so they have a lefty up. Cosmo was throwing. So 0-1 to count as Lavelle works to Cavaretta. Good slider. Cavaretta goes fishing, and the count goes to 0-2. Bell trying to keep this runner stuck at third. 0-2 pitch. Cavaretta off the middle, base hit. Bill Cavaretta, and the Cubs extend the lead to 5-2. So Lavelle went down. Cavaretta chased. That pitch was out of the zone. But Cavaretta bounces it through the box. And it's 5-2 Cubs. Now here's Santo. Santo is 1 for 3. Fastball at the knees for strike one. Santo is 5 for 11 in the series. Bill Nicholson waits on deck. Lavelle would love a double play ball. Santo doesn't give him one. Skies at the center. Mays playing somewhere on the outskirts of Illinois. Comes in and reels that one in for the second out. So 2 down. Here's Nicholson. Nicholson is 0 for 2. He's walked and scored a run. Nicholson 1 for 10 in the series and only hit a homer in Game 2. After a year that may well see him, presumably, I think, will be the National League Rookie of the Year. Nicholson's power, a huge reason for the Cubs' ascension here in year 4. The Cubs team has lacked outfield production from the corners, lacked power of any real sort for the first 3 years. Bell ahead of Nicholson 0-2 here. Slider misses down and away. One and 2 the count. Bell delivers. Fastball misses down and in. 2-2 the count. Bell rocks and fires. Fastball misses outside. Count goes full. Stan Hack waits on deck. Three-two pitch from Lavelle. Nicholson pulls it down past the diver McCovey down the right field line. Runner heading towards third. Ott double clutches and the run's going to come home. Late throw to the cutoff man. Runner scores. 6-2 Cubs. Oh, goodness. Nicholson pulls that one down the line. Ott looked like he had a hard time playing it off the bump out there along the wall. And the run comes around to score. 6-2 Cubs. Here's Stan Hack. Line shot to right. Falls in front of Ott for a base hit. So Gary Lavelle has had nothing out of the bullpen here in this one. And the Cubs just continue to put together hits and keep the line moving. Got to get Lavelle out of there. Righty's coming up. How you could even conceive the AI of leaving him in the spot. Getting the crap knocked out of him. So Scott Garrelts will come in for the Giants, try to stop the bleeding here. Garrelts' first postseason appearance, he was 3-0. A 4.82 earned run average in 35 appearances. During the regular season, talks things over with Posey. But this one is blown up on the Giants, 6-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Kafka. Fastball misses down low. 0 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. delivers. Tries to hold up unsuccessfully. Else delivers. Slider misses inside. It's 2-1. And this Giants pitching staff has not been great this year. Despite the fact that the team won 100 games. This Giants team is really rooted in their offense this year. Offense has always been their strong suit, but particularly here in year 4. Down the left field line. Fair ball into the corner. Run's going to score. Koff digs it out. Second run being waved around. The relay throw is not going to come home. It's a 2-run double for Andy Pafto. And the Cubs have blown it open. 8-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Down into the corner. A nightmare bottom of the 7th inning for the San Francisco Giants. You get a hit. You get a hit. Here's Bill Lange. Lange is 1 for 3. Splitter is fouled off. Lange has driven in 3 in this one. And an RBI ground out and a 2-run single. Splitter from Gereltz misses down and away. And series is tied. This is game 3 of a best of 5. So the series wouldn't be over here. But the Cubs seemingly on their way to a 2-1 series lead and a win away from the NLCS. Slider is in for a called strike 3. Gereltz finally gets the final out of the inning. But the Cubs strike in a big way. We head to the 8th at Wrigley. 8-2 Chicago. Bill Lange at 74 pitches will come on to start the top of the 8th. He'll face Freddie Lindstrom. You're at 2 or 3 runs. You certainly don't feel safe against this Giants lineup. But the Cubs just kept on tacking on. Lindstrom attacks early, pulls it down. Hartnett sets up inside, hands. The shot driven to left, but it'll stay in the yard. Pafto puts it away for out number 1. Hey, a heck of an effort by Bill Lange here. He's allowed 2 runs through 7 1/3. Both of those solo homers. Here's Mays. Mays 1 for 3. He doubled back in the 3rd. But the 2 home runs and the Mays double, really the only hard contact Lange has allowed. He has been excellent. Fastball is in for a called strike. Mays pulls it in the hole. Diving stop Dowling. Great play, but he's not going to get Mays, who just plain runs too well. But that's a terrific play by Bill Dowling in the hole. Mays, despite the margin of score at the moment, busting it down the line. Dowling did everything he could do there. So here's Connor. The switch hitter is 0 for 3. Fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. Connor blew out his last time up. He's only 1 for 9 in the series. Bounce that one off. It's 1-1. Ball misses down and away. Fastball misses. 3-1. Hands looks in. Here's the pitch. Connor chops it up the middle. Dowling charges. Not going to worry about Mays at second. Just takes the out at first. Smartly done by Bill Dowling, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 4.
So Mays stands at second. Here's Mel Ott. Let's see. Who else do they have? They have Ott and McCovey. I kind of feel like if you're the Cubs, you say great job by Bill Hands here. You let Larry French come in for the back-to-back lefties. So Bill Hands is going to come out 7 2/3. A terrific performance from Bill Hands, who gets a standing ovation from the crowd here at Wrigley. He gives up the ball and will get his proper accolades as he exits the mound. A sensational job by Bill Hands against a terrific Giants lineup. Larry French during the regular season, 1-1, a 2.84 earned run average. French only walked 1 batter in 25 1/3 innings. He will come on to warm up here, and now he will face Mel Ott. Lee Smith continues to throw in the Cubs bullpen. Cubs will hope not to use him, but they haven't used him yet in the series. They just want to get Smith some work. One and 0 the count. Finch delivers. Ott shoots it down the third base line. Fair ball. Mays comes around third. He's going to score. Ott holds at first with an RBI single. And the Giants cut the deficit to 8-3. Good piece of hitting there from Mel Ott. French went away. That ball was off the plate. Ott goes out and gets it and smacks it down the left field line for a base hit. Now here's McCovey. McCovey is 1 for 2. Misses outside. McCovey homered back in the 4th. Pitch from the set. Ball misses down in it. 2-0 the count. Fastball up high. McCovey drives it deep to center, but it'll stay in the yard. Lange's underneath it, puts it away, and the side is retired. So the Giants pick up 1, but they needed a lot more than that. We head to the bottom of the 8th at Wrigley. Game 3 of the National League Division Series here in year 4 of the FSBL. Cubs lead it 8-3. So Garrett will stay in to start the bottom of the 8th for San Francisco. Here's Gabby Hartnett. Hartnett is 1 for 3. He had an RBI single early. So that fastball foul. Oh, and 1 the count. Slider is fouled off. Oh, and 2. Garrett delivers. Ties him up with the fastball. Down goes Hartnett, and there's 1 away.
Now back, second baseman, Javier.
So here's Baez. Baez is 0 for 3. You know what? Baez has been, well, Actually, you know what? Darwin Barney is a terrific defender. So I'm going to pinch hit for Baez and then let Barney come in and play second. Leon Durham. Old Durham will come on to pinch hit.
Pinch hitting for the Cubs. Number 11, Leon Durham.
Cubs have sat Lee Smith down. Fastball from Gerald at the knees for strike one. Sean Marshall up and throwing in that Cubs bullpen. Durham pulls the slider foul. 0-2 the count. Carroll delivers. Fastball up high. Durham lays off. The Cubs overwhelming underdogs here. Against the three-time National League champion, back-to-back World Series champion, San Francisco Giants. Three outs away from taking a 2-1 series lead here in the National League Division Series. Two and two, the count. Garrett steals. Durham chops it back to the mound. Garrett snags it. Throws it to first, and there's two away.
Now back, number 0.
So here's Bill Lange. Lange is 1 for 3. 6 for 12 so far in the series. And crippled his last time up. Fastball off the plate for ball 1. One no the pitch. Fastball is in for a call strike. Now steals. Line shot, foul. Count goes to 1-2. Delivers. Lange fouls it off. Looks in again, gets the side from Posey. Ground ball up the middle. Ranging to his left is Dark. Lance throws, gets him, and the side is retired. So the Giants start with the bottom of the order in the top of the ninth, trailing Game 3 of the NLDS, 8-3.
Your attention, please.
So Darwin Barney will come in and play second for the Cubs as the defensive replacement for Javi Baez. Larry French, for the moment, will stay on. Posey is 1 for 3. One is in there for a called strike. Another one, that one misses down and away. One and one. Breaking ball grounded to short. Gobbled up by Dallin. Throw to first. There's one away. Mentioned in the pregame, the Giants have been pushed to the brink before and survived. And the only National League champions in the 3-year prior history of the FSBL. Had to win Game 7s. They've trailed in series. Ground ball here. Dallin, nice play, but he throws it off to the side. pulls Cavaretta off. That'll be an infield single for Robbie Thompson. Here's Alvin Dark. The Giants are certainly not going to tuck their tail and hide if they go down 2-1 here. Splitter misses down low. Now for the Cubs, do you bring Fergie Jenkins back on 3 days rest? Or do you go with the rookie, Lon Warnecki, to pitch Game 4, knowing that you've got Fergie on full rest to pitch Game 5 in San Francisco if needed? Curveball. It goes out. Deal. Splitter swung on and missed. Down goes Alvin Dark, and the Giants are down to their final out of Game 3. Giants have a pitching decision to make on their own. Joe McGinnity was their best pitcher during the regular season, but McGinnity got scorched in Game 1 and would be coming back on 3 days rest. Other option is to start Larry Jansen. Jansen had a solid. Here's Benny Koff. Koff is 2 for 4. Double and a homer. And taking his time. Delivers. Gets him. Koff tries to hold up the swing. Unsuccessful. 1-1 the count. It's delivered. Koff pulls it right hand side. Barney has it. Goes for the force, and the side is retired. The ball game is over, and the Chicago Cubs are a win away from the NLCS. Huge win for the Cubbies. A terrific performance from Bill Lange. The Cubs strike late and often. And the Giants, the two-time defending champions, push to the brink. 2 runs in the 6th, the 4-run 7th, the real dagger from the Cubbies. Marquard takes the loss, Hands gets the win, and the Chicago Cubs take a 2-1 series lead. 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Cubbies. 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Giants. And the crowd here in Chicago, pumped to say the least. And you ask, when is Game 4? Well, there's one more National League game I have to do. This is the day on the schedule that's just the 2 National League games. So tomorrow will be Dodgers-Phillies. The Dodgers look to close out the Phillies in an upset in that series. That series heads to L.A. with the Dodgers having taken both games in Philly. And then you go to the day after that, and all 4 series should be in action. So, and I play them basically in time order where they are on the schedule. So, actually, you know what? Give me 1 minute here. I'll actually be able to walk that through for you. There you see the stats. Halfgo with the 2-run hit actually gets player of the game honors. I don't think that's who you give that to, but Bill Hands has to be player of the game. Just a terrific performance, despite the fact that Hands struck out nobody. 7 2/3, 7 hits, no strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 runs allowed. Drew Marquard, 5 2/3, 5 walks for Marquard. Certainly put him in trouble, but again, he only allowed the 2 runs. But the Giants bullpen got knocked around a bit. So, let's go get out of this. And we'll go take a look at the schedule sheet and see what's going on. My guess is Game 4 will probably be sometime Thursday here on the channel is what I'm guessing. So So next broadcast will be tomorrow. The Phillies Dodgers. Again, Dodgers look to close that series out. But then if you go to the following day on the schedule, all 4 teams play, and they'd be the 3rd game of that. All right, so I'm probably not going to get to game 4 probably until Friday. So I figured I'd probably do 1 game, maybe 2 tomorrow. So maybe I get Phillies and Dodgers, and then game 3 of Yankees Twins tomorrow, and then Oakland, Boston, um, and San Francisco, Chicago will be the next 2 in line. So my guess is game 4 of this series will be either Thursday or Friday. Next up on the docket, Phillies and Dodgers tomorrow. Dodgers will try to close out the NLDS. Appreciate you all tuning in. Thanks for spending some time with me here on a late night playoff broadcast. Nathaniel and Matt Messer, Aaron Reed, Dwayne Martz was here as well. Always appreciate the time, whether you pop into the chat, whether you just watch, lurk, watch after the fact, listen in the background, however you take in anything here on the Legend Sports Universe. Your time is much appreciated. Bang that like button if you haven't as of yet. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon. The Cubs take a 2-1 lead over the Giants in the NLDS.